All right, guys, welcome to the credit game. If it's your first time on the channel, there's a little red button on either side. If you guys would subscribe to the channel, we would really appreciate it. Every single day, Monday through Friday, I'm doing a video to help you, educate you, to know how credit works, to understand how the whole system works. Remember, it's a game, right? It's just like playing Monopoly. It's like playing chess. You sit down, you play it. The more you play it, the better you get. The better you get, the more opportunity you're going to have to win the game. It's about winning the game. And it's like when you can learn, it becomes fun, right? In the beginning, it's like, nobody wants to do it. You become good at something, it's awesome because you're winning, right? The human behavior does really well because if you're not winning, you're what? If you're not winning, you're losing. If you're not growing, you're what? So here's the deal. I want to share with you a few things, but first, what's really important to us, the organization, is all of your comments. Throw me a comment below, right? Throw me a comment below. Hit the like button. Take a second to hit that like button. It really helps out the algorithm so we can continue to do channels. I do a video every day for you guys. And lastly, there is a bell, okay? This is what you guys always forget. There is a bell on one of these corners up here, okay? Click the bell. And when you click the bell, it's going to say all. And what that means is every day when the videos are coming in, you guys will have, it'll give you a notification saying, hey, Mike from the Credit Game put out a video. The more you watch, the better you're going to get, okay? It's about taking action though, right? So turn on your bell, hit the like button for me, and subscribe. It's your first time on the channel. I want to bring it to you every single day. I bring it about as real as possible, and make sure you guys learn the credit game. Now, today we're going to talk about 3 tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call them, strategies about how to get, and some of the things you need to know about getting a store card. Kind of the pros, the cons, and some of the ones maybe you should be looking at getting, and really how to get them, and kind of why you should get them and maybe why you shouldn't, depending on your situation. Everybody's different. Everybody's credit's different. Your credit's like a fingerprint, right? And that's why everybody has a different credit score, different utilization, different amount of accounts, and so forth. So I want to make sure you really know how this works. The first tip, okay, with getting a store card is first understanding that they are easier to get than a regular credit card, all right? So I want you to think about 2 credit cards that are the same. Citibank Double Cash or Citibank Home Depot, okay? Both are backed by Citibank, meaning that's the bank behind it. One's a store card, one's a credit card. Store cards generally are easier to get. Okay, and I'm going to mention a few here in tip number 2. But store cards are generally easier to get. The credit card sides are harder to get, right? So what I want you guys to know is that the pro is this. The pro is it's easier to get, right, when you get a store card. The downside is you're going to pay a higher interest rate. So like something like a store card, whether it's a Synchrony Bank or a Community Bank or whether it is even like a Citi, you're going to be paying a higher interest rate, somewhere in the 27 to 33% interest, okay? Whereas a regular credit card, you're going to probably be between 9 and 13, 14%, okay? So you have to kind of weigh your options. What's more important to you? The higher interest, easier card to get, or the credit card that has a lower interest? It might be slightly harder to get, but if I share with you a tip at the end, it may make sense to you to get a regular credit card. Tip number 2, and that is this. In order to get store credit cards, you need to know the bank before you apply that's behind it. So like I was mentioning a minute ago, Synchrony Bank, okay? They are the largest bank behind the credit cards. Lowe's, you have Old Navy, you have Gap, you have the old Toys R Us, right? These are Pottery Barn, right? They're store cards, easier to get, but know the bank behind them. And here's why. I'm going to give you tip number 2. When you are looking to get a store card, let's use an example of, well, here's another one. Let me give you another one. Let's say it is Citibank, right? You have Best Buy, you have Home Depot. That's Citibank is the bank. The store card is Home Depot or Best Buy. Amazon, right? Amazon is Chase or Synchrony, right? They have 2 different cards, right? So here's why I want you to know the bank. And this is tip number 2. Because when you're applying for a store card, what you want to make sure you're doing is you want to add an authorized user. to your credit with the same exact bank prior to applying. This is a huge, huge nugget I'm giving you guys. Let's say we are looking for Amazon card, right? Which, by the way, they give you 5% back on all charges. And the Amazon card, if you shop at Amazon, you probably should be getting the Amazon card. What you want to do is you want to put at least 2 years. Remember, FICO 10 goes back 24 months. You don't want a brand new Tradeline on there. Authorized user Tradeline. You want to have on your credit with the same bank as the one that you are applying for. So if you're going for an Amazon Chase, you want an authorized user from Chase with at least 2 years to be added to your credit report before you apply. So once that line reports, then apply for your Amazon credit card. This is going to increase your chances of getting the credit card over 60% just by having that authorized user, because most banks are relationship banks, which is why they tell you stay inside the family. Because if you're looking to get a Chase credit card, you want a Chase credit card authorized user on your report already. So when you apply, it looks like you've already got history with that exact bank, and they are more apt to giving you that credit card because it shows that you have a relationship with them. It shows you've been making payments for X amount of time. Now, if you're going to get an authorized user, nothing less than 2 years. It is now 2021, and FICO is now in full force. You guys do not want to put any brand new authorized user accounts on your credit because it's not going to do any good, because they can look back now 24 months. It's called a trending FICO 10, FICO 10T, which also means trending. So they can go back and do a snapshot now of 24 months of what you've been doing. So if you have anything that's within that period, they're going to be able to see it. Keep your authorized users to 24 months plus. Tip number 3, and that is if you have mediocre, like let's say your credit is anything under 625, I'm going to recommend then you probably want to start with some store cards, right? You're going to pay a higher interest. Anything above 625, you want to go for regular credit cards, okay? That's kind of like the golden rule, if you will, right? Now, back to number 2 for a minute. Trade lines generally add about 6 to 7 points per year of history on the trade line. So you get something that's 5 years old, you're looking at about 30 points. 10 years old, you're looking at about 60 to 70 points. Okay, that's a golden rule. I just want to make sure that I recap that for you. So when you add a trade line, that's why I said at least 2 years, because if you go 2 years, you're probably talking about, I don't know, 14, 15 points. Okay, keep the credit limits up above 5,000. Okay, credit limits above 5,000 and older than 2 years, and that's bare minimums. Okay, so the higher the credit limit and the older the card is, the more impact and the more score you're going to get. So something with a $20,000 limit, it's got 10 years, right? You're probably going to be in that 70 to 80 point increase. Okay, so that goes back to tip number 2. When you're putting a trade line on, kind of know the bank, but then also look at some of the tips I just gave you as far as which ones to select. Select what you're trying to get. If you're trying to apply for credit cards, put that same bank on there for you. Mediocre, I say 625 just because, there's people that say different. My question would be why, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to make a decision because it's your credit. And I want to make sure that your credit is where it needs to be, right? And if you're at a 625 or less, you might want to get a store card, right? It's going to help you build credit. The idea is to help you build credit, okay? Because you can't get approved from most major credit cards. Store cards are easier. You're going to pay a higher interest, but it's going to put a primary on your account. Now, are they going to give you a $10,000, $20,000 limit? No. Okay, you're going to get a low limit, right? Because you have a low credit score. High interest because you have a low credit score. So don't expect anything huge, but it's a starter card. What we call is a starter card, okay? And I'm going to give you a bonus, okay? Never apply for a store card online or over the phone. What do you mean, Mike? What do you mean don't apply? Don't apply behind the computer or call the bank. Always go into the store. Walk into the store, get what you're looking for in the store, walk up to the counter, and apply right there at their counter for their credit card. Your chances increase by 38% just by doing it in person, and I'm going to share with you why in a minute, versus doing it online or over the phone. Here's why. In 2021, as you know, we had an unstable 2020. There's a lot of fraud. The country's, things are happening, uncertainties, corrupt, right? Everything's going on. If you apply online, okay, or if you apply by phone, the verification that they do is not going to be as good. Whereas if you walk into a store and you hand them your driver's license, you type in your social, they can verify. If it's me applying, I could be John Smith behind a computer. I could type in John Smith, name, date of birth, social, right? The chances of you getting approved are a lot less because they can't verify who you are. But if you walk into Lowe's and you have a bunch of stuff on your cart and you're like, hey, I want to apply for the credit card. Well, number one, they see who you are. They see your driver's license. They can validate that that's your driver's license, that's who you are. And the chances of getting approved increase by 38% or higher just by doing it in person. So I always want to give you guys a bonus. Do it in person, not online. Which leads me to my next question is this. I think people are lazy. And it surprises me why people are lazy, because if you have an opportunity to have great credit, why would you settle? Right? I believe there's two people in the world. People that have great credit and everybody else. People that are going to get what they want in life and everybody else. Do you want to be everybody else, or do you want to be the people that get what you want in life? Because credit's the adult toy. And when you have great credit, you can do things like buy a Lambo, buy a house, get a nice apartment. Maybe you don't even want a house. You're just like, hey, I want to rent a condo. Right? So you can get the nice cars, you can get the nice house, you can put your family in a better position, a safer position, maybe a nice ride, right? Maybe it's not a Lambo, maybe it's a newer car because your car's falling apart. Right? You want to be, it is your duty and responsibility as an adult to get your credit fixed. Because at the end of the day, whether you're married or you got kids, people look up to you. And you have to be the person that's just okay with having a 500 or 600, even 700 credit score. As an adult, you should be thinking like, how do I even make sense of this? Not, oh man, people tell me I'm great, man. I'm good financially, man. I got a 600 credit score. I got people that call me in and go, dude, I'm in good shape. I'm like, what's your credit score? They're like 580. Like, it's not bad at all. 580? Dude, that's people, because people tell you that it's just okay. You're just good, man. You're good. Just take it easy. You're good, right? Work-life balance. 580s, just, man, you're good. Dude, you're not good. Terrible. And you make sense of it because you got your family and your friends that are telling you you're good. Well, I'm not going to tell you you're good. I'm going to tell you it's shit and you need to fix it, because I don't know how you have kids that look up to you, man. Your family looks up to you, your husband, your wife. How do you guys have a conversation? Like, what do you do? Fix your credit so you can be the hero instead of like just going by moseying upon life, being the other 99% of people who just kind of stroll through life, right? Man, Bob was a nice guy. He was a great guy. 3 weeks later, they forget about you after you pass away. Or do you want to be the person that was a hero that provided for your family and you left a legacy that, guess what? They can't fit another body in the church because Bob was a great guy and he made an impact to his community and to his family. That's who I want you to be. And so I'm going to leave you with this. You have two choices. You can get the store cards, okay? Store credit cards they're good for the 99% of people. Or you can be in the 1% and say, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm ready to change my life, change my credit, and I want to have the best opportunity for myself and my family. Choice is yours. It's not mine. Choice is you. Like, you personally watching this video, you have to say, is it me? Am I in the 99% with just being okay? Or am I in the 1% who wants to change my life? If you're in the 1%, you're going to call me because you want the help, because the other thousands and thousands of people that have already called to said, you know what, Mike, I'm in the 1%. Don't ever put me in that 99% category. I would hope that you would call me and say, don't even do a video and call me part of the 99% of people who just mosey upon life and people forget. You're just average, dude. You're average. You don't want to be average. I want you to be great. And I want to be great with you, and I want to take great people with me. I don't want a headache. I don't need your money. I want to have great people who want to change their life. So, if that is you, forget that store card. Let me tell you why. Because today, I've got a couple things for you, okay? I'm doing this for a few people. I'm gonna get you a $10,000 primary account. 10,000, not a little baby boy store card you're gonna get from Lowe's for 500 bucks, 300 bucks, okay? $10,000 high credit that'll be in your name, primary account, not authorized user, which means individual account, okay? I'm gonna get you that. That is my gift to you for free today, with the understanding that you're getting into one, or you're already a member and you're like, hey, I want to upgrade. I'll make a deal with you guys as well. I'll share with you what that deal is when you call me. So you're either a brand new member, you're like, look, I need to get into your associates, your bachelors, okay? I'm going to get you, as long as you get into bachelors, I'm going to get you a free $10,000 primary account. I'm going to get you 50% off the trade lines you're going to need. Trust me, you're going to need these, especially when you're starting to get funding. You want to have age on your credit report. And I'm going to get you, which I'm also paying for, is your elite credit repair. 90-day results, fastest credit repair on the planet, like lights out credit. This is the best of the best. My vendor is absolutely a game changer when it comes. Like, people are getting so good results. I had a guy call me yesterday, dude, you changed my whole life. I was at a 465. Today I'm at a 720. Literally in 90 days, his whole life changed. I want that to be you. This is the kind of results we're getting, okay? Credit game is going worldwide. Are you going to be part of it? Are you going to sit back on the sidelines and just wait to see everybody else become successful? Like, they're going to be successful. You're going to want, I wish I would have. Dude, get in the game. Get in the game, change your life, make the call, invest in yourself to change your life. So I'm going to give you a free elite credit repair. I'm going to give you, there may be a small audit fee, okay, just so I'm clear. I'm going to get you a free $10,000 primary account. I'm going to give you 50% off of age trade lines just by getting into my bachelor's program. If you need to start with the associate's program, we'll figure out the $10,000 primary later on an upgrade. But anything bachelor above, you guys are getting the $10,000 primary and everything else I talked to you about. The only thing is, if you get any associates, you're going to be able to get everything I talked to minus the $10,000 primary, okay? But again, we'll figure out the upgrade. If you're already a member, call me. I got an amazing deal going on today for people that are already members who want to get the free $10,000 primary, okay? 904-420-7772. My team's out there waiting for you to help you in 2021. Let's go into this new year with the mindset of, I want to change my life. I'm ready. I want to be the hero. I want to be that 1%er. I'm tired of being the 99% that people look down on me, right? I want people to look up to me as an icon, as the legacy that I left for them. So call me right now so we can get you. This is how you get store cards, but this is also why I did this video, because you're better than those. 904-420-7772. My name is Mike from The Credit Game. I'll talk to you in a few minutes on 4. Take care.